We're going camping. We're going camping. We're gonna park by a shady tree. We're gonna get a glass of sweet tea and we're going camping. We got a fire in the pit. We're gonna roast marshmallows on a stick. We're going camping. Let's go see what camping's like here.
Santee State Park is located in the town of Santee, South Carolina. We are leaving our camping area at Lakeshore Campground and heading to the west side, Cypress View Campground, sites 1 through 48. And there's also some day use areas here and the cabins. It is a drive to get anywhere in this park. Like it's what, about 2 miles each way to each campground. Still driving. So there is a admission fee here, and South Carolina seniors get a break. This is for the day use areas, but their camping fees are very reasonable. Pay station to the right. There is a first glimpse of the lake, Lake Marion. Big, beautiful reservoir known for its catfish. Playground to the left. And we're going to go check out Cypress View Campground. There's pavilions. We'll see those when we come around. All these sites are 50 amp. Dump stations right there to the left. Going to the right. And here we began. I don't see the numbers there. Site 5 right there. And site 7 right there. There are also sites on the other side, but this is very representative of what you've got here. Gravel sites, electric and water. There's site 11. And there are sites on the left again. See, there's sites right over there. We don't hit every single site, but we try to give a good representation. There's site 18. And if folks are sitting out, we don't take pictures either. Site 21, site 23, site 25, you can see right through here. Gravel pads, electric and water, wooded backdrop, fire ring, and a picnic table. Site 7 was right there. This is a pull through site 29. There's also sites on the inside. Site 29's got their nice little corner here right next to the water. And there are sites on the left and folks sitting out. So we're gonna take a look at the lake. I see why it's called Cypress View now, because see the cypress out there. Very cool.
Sites 32, 33, and 34, you would look at the lake.
Yes. There are people sitting out because they have those nice lake view sites, so we didn't take a picture of them.
35 also.
Yeah, 35 is right there. 37. But really, I think from a lot of these sites, you can get a lake view anyway. There is site 39. So that's looking back at those sites that Gary just mentioned. And here's site 41. It's a pull-through site, has some lake view there. And there's sites on the inside as well, and a bathhouse. Site 47. Site 47, site 48 right over there. And it's fall here. It's colorful leaves, nice lake view. Those are dumpsters. Yeah. And there's some open space there. And then we're going to head down and check out the day use area. Playground, pavilions over there. bathhouse or bathroom. There's the Oak Penalty Nature Trail that way. And then here is some other stuff. Visitor center and office, cabins, village round, park store, boat ramp, and parking. So, there's a fishing dock. It's like Marion there. Fishing dock out there. Cypress Landing, bait, tackle, snacks, and gifts. And here is the boat ramp right there. Electric vehicle charging station across from the camp store there. Right ahead is a visitor center and cabin registration and some nice picnic tables. Places to sit and enjoy the lake. Interpretive center right there. And these are the cabins. These are the cabins in the parking area out there on the water. How cool is that? Okay, more cabins there. I don't know what numbers these are, but you can check out the map to see what they are.
I think cabins, what are they called?
This is 12. Rondettes.
Something.
13. Cabin 14. Cabin 15. Cabin 16. Check out the website if you're interested in any of these cabins. They have quite a few on the water. And there's, looks like meeting rooms over there. And it goes on around this way. So some cabins are out on the water, and then you have these that are on the land. And I see like little benches and things down there by the water. It's like 21 we just passed, coming up here on cabin number 22, 24. There are a lot of cabins here. It's 29, 30. Is on the end here, and then there's a turnaround, and we come around. Okay, now we take a drive back to the Lakeshore Campground and also the day use area that is in that area. Okay, so we come back out here to this road, and we're going to go across the street and to the left to check out the east side, Lakeshore Campground Sites 51 through 158, day use area, shelters,
looking your way,
scout camping, and another boat ramp. First off, we want to point out that this road to Lakeshore Campground is a little rustic.
Yeah.
And in fact, Lakeshore Campground is a little rustic.
Yeah, it's not a good road at all.
So we made it in a 33-foot motorhome. You can get your maps and all right here. Stay tuned to the wrap up and find out how we ended up in the Lakeshore Campground and not the Cypress View Campground in our 33-foot Class A motorhome. You'll see how interesting that is in just a moment. So again, this road is about 2 miles back to the campground area, and the day use area is here. So just sit back and enjoy the drive. The beautiful fall colored leaves. Maybe we'll see a deer. There are deer here. directing us to different trails, but straight ahead are picnic shelters and the limestone trail. But we're going to head there right now.
That's part of it.
Yep. You just bump your way back here. Take it real slow. You'll be okay. But it's very beautiful. Very peaceful. Oh, deer up ahead. There's more.
Baby.
Yep. I did a video. I did a short that it's a public service announcement. Where there's one, there's more.
3.
Yep. Always watch. When you see a deer, usually there's more than one.
All right. The mama and 3 fawns.
That's exactly what my PSA was about. And one just stood there and looked lost. 2 crossed and one just stood in the road. Like, I'm not sure what to do. I see water up ahead. So I think we might be getting towards the end. There is a limestone nature trail right there. And this is just a picnic area. So, playground to the left. There's a pavilion there, picnic area. Bathroom. Places to picnic along the lake there. Point here, and there's water over on the right. I don't know if that's what that is exactly.
The pond. What's that sign say there?
Here, it is a little inlet. Is that a trail? Let me go look. Land and Water Conservation Fund. That looks like a trail that goes that way. Yeah. So there you go. Little picnic days area down here. Playground, pavilions, there's another bathroom over there. And now we're heading to Lakeshore Campground. Okay, came back out to the main road and we're heading towards the campground.
Yeah.
But it is still a drive. It's not right here.
Yeah, it's a little washboardy.
Yeah, and we will be taking it very slow because it's rustic.
Yeah.
So there's another trail right up here. Looks like part of it down there. But we're coming up on it. It's a sinkhole trail. Sinkhole pond trail right there. I'm gonna check that out later. So here you can see some of those patches that we were talking about on the way to this campground.
We're not on pavement anymore.
No. And I'd like to say this is it, but see it gets a little more rustic.
Potholes.
Yeah. And then a wee hill.
Then you get a little bit of nice road to calm everything down.
And
then back on.
back to gravel. Check out the woods. There are miles and miles of trails here for hiking and biking. Right, here we go. Campground, scout camping area, and boat ramp. So the boat ramp is down by the scout camping area. To drive down to the boat ramp area by Lakeshore Campground. More picnic tables. Looks like a bathroom over there. The beautiful lake. Oh, that's a scout group camping area back there we just passed. There you go. Boat ramp number 2. Now to the campground. I think if we go to the left, it'll take us. Yeah. Well, we have to go to the left. It's one way. Lakeshore Campground Sites 51 through 158. There's like 100 sites here. Crazy. Okay, for this campground, because it is a little bit potholy and it has some inside loops, we're going to give you an overview. You can see most sites, or all sites, are about the same. They are dirt sites, and we're going to go around the outside perimeter and give you a peek at this area. And try to call out some numbers to you every now and then. But they're kind of all over the place. So there's a glance at this campground. This is 30 amp here. So Cypress View Campground is 50 amp and Lakeshore is 30 amp. So you see there are campsites on the left. I'm going to be showing you the ones on the right. And there's site number 51.
You just kind of look for the meter and kind of figure out where the site is.
Yeah, it's their site 52 right there. They're very rustic. They have roots and leaves and...
See, there's one with the roots.
So yeah, this one, I didn't get the number for that one, but anyway, 53 was it? And here's another one, 54. Now they do have pictures of the campsites on the reservation site, so you're not flying blind here. 55. Some of these obviously, would not be suitable if you had a bigger rig. 56, or maybe a van could work. And 57.
See the roots?
So there's a look at the campground. And they're not all this hilly, 58. Just this little area right through here.
There's some flatter ones.
And 59. It's right there. 60. It's coming up right here. So there's a bathhouse on our left. There are also campsites over there. So you have some room between you and your neighbor. This is a dump station. They just had a little bit of work done. So that's an inside loop right there, 120 through 147, but that has a lot of potholes in it, so we'll try to drop a few or show you a few of these. That's 120 through 147. There's 105 through 114, but we're just going to keep going on. So 65.
This looks like some tent sites.
67. Yeah, here are your tent sites for you tent campers out there. You do have electric, it looks like. Site 67. And there's tent sites on the left as well. There's 68. There's 69. 70s tucked back up in there. And so on. And we'll come on around here to where we get to more campsites. 74 to the left. Right here is 73. Looks like a pull through. 76 is right there. There's a bunch of folks out here on our right. One of the bathhouses. I think there's 3 in this area. There's quite a few bathhouses. 78 was to the left right there. 79 is where that fifth wheel is, or travel trailer. Yeah, 81 is up in there. These are supposed to be pull-throughs, yes.
I think that's a pull-through.
Yeah, all these on the right are pull-throughs. Yeah. 80 is right there. 82, 83, a pull-through here on the right. But see, that's a very tight. So check, make sure you check your dimensions or the requirements for the site before you book.
That's a pull-through, but it's very tight between that water spigot and that tree.
Yeah, it's 85. There's 86 right there to the left. And there's Lake Marion. And we're just gonna bump our way on around here. Several openings in the fence so you can go down to the water. There's one of those interior roads. Bathhouse. A little, that's a fishing pier, dock, or water access anyway. Yep. You can see there are sites to the left. There's a big pothole right here. Sites 115 to 119 is down that road. And you see the mud hole. So just camper beware. Site 117, that is a tight pull through. Site 118, another pull through. And site 119, another pull through. But a very tight turn there if you have a bigger rig. And there we are, tucked down in there in Site 90. We'll tell you all about that site in the wrap-up. But it's waterfront, and it's scenic, and we leveled easily. Site 92 is right there. And we'll just keep going to the right. 93 through 104. We're just going to keep going to the right and hope that this is a good representation for you all. Dock your boat right there. There's a lot of people on this end. So there are campsites to the left, but there are a lot of folks out. So you can see right here, I'm not sure, Site 96 is right there. A lot of trees, you guys. 97 is right there. And there's a place to sit out and look at the water. We just passed 98. And we're coming on around here, back to the beginning. 102 is where that fifth wheel is.
That looks like a brand new Cougar, doesn't it?
Maybe.
Still shiny.
Here's some other sites. Site 101. 104 is on our left, but right here is site 103. And then we're back around. So we're heading back around to our campsite, but show you a little bit of the inside as we're heading back around. You can see the sites in the middle there. Okay, so it's not this left. We're going to go to the next left. It's 120 to 147. Yeah, we're gonna pop down 105 to 114 and show you the sites there. Now these look like they actually have some gravel on them. There's site 105 right there.
It's a pothole with water.
Yep. And that's a little potholey around here. I'm not even sure what sites
So these are interior roads. You can see one over there.
Yeah, you can see the sites over there. And then here's one here. This is site number 107 right there. Site number 108 right there. So, and the other sites are from the other side. There's some pull-throughs on this little inside loop. 110 to the right, 111 straight ahead. That's a pull through, 111. 112. It's a back end, it looks like. And 114. Okay, and this is the main road we were just on. So, heading to Ruff Road. Right up there.
Well, fellow RVers, that was our drive-about tour of Santee State Park here in Santee, South Carolina. And as you can see, it's a pretty big park, got lots of different areas. We are in the Lakeshore area, and then they have the Cypress View area. And I believe there's over 100 sites here. Now, in this area that we're at, it's a sandy site. We did manage to level. But as you can see in our drive about, some of these sites might be challenging. There's roots, and on this side of the park, the Lakeshore Park, to me this is the older side.
It's very rustic.
Very rustic, so you might want to, they do give you pictures on the website, but just beware of getting in here.
There are some roots and dips and trees, and sometimes utilities are awkwardly placed, so you make sure you have enough room. But check the website because it's pretty. They do have pictures there that you can look at.
But once we got in here, got backed in, got all level.
I mean,
it's 30 amp service here, and they do have water. But we got Lake Marion behind us. It's supposed to be the catfish capital of the world back there. We got some catfishermen across from us, and they do have a few restrooms around here. And they do have some hiking trails and some biking trails.
Over 10 miles.
The park. Yep.
Over 10 miles of hiking and biking trails.
They have a couple of boat ramps. They have one in the Lakeshore Park, and they have one on the other side. There's a dump station on each side of for each campground. They have their own dump station. Now, if you go over to the Cypress View side, to me that's the newer side, and I would call it the more preferable side. That's the 50 amp service side, and the sites over there look a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to get into for big rigs. So if you got a big rig, you still got the view of the lake. That's kind of the area that I would look at going next time if we came back here.
Yes, if you have a bigger rig and you can get a site over in the Cypress View area, that would probably be better. Although there are sites here suitable for a bigger rig. Now this site, I want to mention this site. This is site 90, and it's the only site that's right over here close to the water like this. It's sitting by itself. All the other sites are on the other side of the road and on the interior.
Right.
So and we got in here We did have to, I don't know what we'd have done actually if someone was in that other site. Do you know? Because you had to pull up into
We
the...
probably went up, turned around, and came back.
Yeah, it was a little awkward to maneuver around the trees and the roots, and if you have a low rig like we do, it'll tend to drag, so we have to watch for that.
Now, I don't know if I've said it, but our Verizon service here is good.
Yes, but it's doable over here.
Yeah.
Cypress view, a little bit better. And I said I would tell you how we ended up here and on this site. We had already scheduled a stay here at Santee State Park. So if you book ahead, just know that you can always, usually always, change your reservations. You can modify them. There might be a $10 fee. Sometimes it's free. I can't remember if I don't think there was a charge for South Carolina. West Virginia, if you have to cancel there, they will hold a credit for you. So every state's different. So just read your cancellation or modification policies. But we had a family emergency, so we had to head back to Florida. But I didn't want to lose our reservations because we planned to come back up because we still had family we had planned to see. So I was able to go on and modify the dates and change our site, which I was in the Cypress View site, you know, that campground loop. But because there wasn't availability, that's why I had to end up here. But it was very seamless. In South Carolina, if you need to make a modification, you have to call. Some states you can do it right online on the website. Florida allows you to do that because I had to modify some Florida's campsites, North Carolina too. So in South Carolina, just give them a call, and they were able to set me up. I had to I made a change in these reservations, and we had to cancel our other South Carolina reservations, so we will have to visit them later. But I do always check, and I encourage you to always check, especially at private parks. This is usually not the case at state parks or city or county parks, but make sure you're able to cancel, because you never know when there's going to be a family emergency, an RV emergency, or anything like a dental emergency. We had a dental emergency that derailed our travel plans once. So check those cancellation policies unless you're okay with just letting your reservation funds go to the campground.
There's our little thing on campground reservations.
But very beautiful campground.
Yes.
There are deer here. There are squirrels everywhere. Some fall colors. You've got the water. You've got friendly folks. Oh my gosh, look at the fish that they have over there. Yep.
Blue cats.
God.
They do have a day use area here. They have a playground and all that here too.
But the fish over there are like massive. Yes, they do have a day use area, picnicking and whatnot.
And visitor center, interpretive center, and they have a store that you can go and buy stuff in.
Price is right. So check the website for the current prices. I'll put the link of the website here below, but it's you can't beat the prices. And this is another one of those states that do not charge you an arm and a leg every time you come and go. They don't charge you for your tow vehicle. They don't charge you for your RV like some states do.
So I guess we're going to wrap this one up here at Santee State Park, South Carolina. It's pretty close to I-95. It's not bad at all to get here. Once you get here, it's like 2 miles or better to get down the road to the campground. And if you got to go from one to the other, it's like, seems like a 10-mile trek, but it's probably about 5.
Yeah, it's about 2 miles to get to each campground, and in between it's pretty spread out. So bring your supplies with you. I think there's a Dollar General not far from here, but on these roads you can't go very fast, so it will take you a minute to get there.
So there's one thing I did want to bring up is so that you people that bring golf carts, a golf cart to use in this park, you can't go from campground to campground in them. It has to be a licensed driver, right?
Yeah, there's
driver with
hold
insurance.
on a minute, I have it right here.
And you can't drive it out of the park on the state park roads. You have to drive it within the campground.
Yes, not on the main entrance. They have rules on their golf carts, so just read that.
Yes.
When you book your spot. They'll give you a map. Here's the Lakeshore, and here is the Cypress view, and then they have the map of the trails.
Yes.
And information. But this So when we came here, you don't have to go to the visitor center or anything like that. You just come straight to your campground. These were we were able to grab these at a kiosk.
They sent us an email says don't check in, just go to your site.
Just go to your site. So
we
easy
did.
breezy. Loving South Carolina.
Yes.
And we get to put a sticker on our map.
And the weather's been nice too. I'll allude to the weather, 60s and 70s. So even we had some 40s, I believe. But it's been pretty good weather here.
Yeah, it's not bad
at all. Better than some Florida, some other places I've been to this time of year.
Yeah.
So we're enjoying this.
Yes. Before we head back to Florida, and it can be 80 degrees in December in Florida.
It can be.
Or it can be 40, or it can be 20.
You never know.
Never know.
Florida.
But
I've seen Christmas, you're out there in shorts, and other time you're out there in a flannel shirt. And
typically,
you might have to wear socks.
Typically it's warm, so this coolness is a breath of fresh air.
Yes. So I guess now we're going to go ahead and put a fork in this and wrap it up. And we do appreciate all of you that leave us comments and view our videos, and click like and subscribe if you would.
And
we appreciate everything.
Right, and I have a question. So have you stayed in a South Carolina state park? And if you have, what is your favorite South Carolina state park? Because we want to spend more time in South Carolina. We are usually just passing through, going from point A to point B. But what's a great park? Let us know in the comments below.
So take care, folks. This is Gary and Sharon, Rough Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom. Safe travels. Hope to see you on the road someday.
On the road this morning, leaving Santee State Park and heading to our next campground. This time, we're heading to Georgia, near Savannah.
Where are we going?
Skidaway Island State Park.
Skidaway Island.
Skidaway Island State Park. We've never been there. Looking forward to it. But look how beautiful it is. And what you can't see right here is, but maybe you will, that every now and then leaves will just fall gently down. It's so pretty. It's a beautiful time of the year.